Imagine, for a moment, a world built not on brick and mortar, but on the fragile architecture of the human mind. A place where a single idea, planted deep within the subconscious, can grow to define a person, topple an empire, or rewrite reality itself. Tonight, we descend into this cinematic labyrinth, exploring a film that didn't just entertain audiences, but challenged their very perception of the world. Christopher Nolan's 2010 masterpiece, Inception. Released to critical and commercial acclaim, Inception became an instant cultural touchstone. It's a film that operates on multiple levels, both literally and thematically, weaving a high-stakes heist thriller into a profound exploration of memory, grief, and the nature of reality. It poses a question that lingers long after the credits roll. If you could live in a perfect dream, would you ever want to wake up? The story centers on Dominic Cobb, a brilliant thief portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio. But Cobb isn't your typical catburger. He's an extractor, the best in the business of corporate espionage, stealing valuable secrets from deep within the subconscious during the dream state, when the mind is at its most vulnerable. However, Cobb's rare skill has cost him everything. A fugitive from his own life, branded an international criminal, he is unable to return home to his children. He is a man haunted not just by the law, but by the ghost of his past, a shadow that sabotages his every move in the dream world. Then a powerful and enigmatic businessman named Saito presents him with an offer, a chance at redemption. Not a simple extraction, but a task deemed impossible by everyone in his field. Inception. Instead of stealing an idea, Cobb and his team must plant one into the mind of a corporate heir. If they succeed, Saito will clear Cobb's name, allowing him to finally go home. It's the one last job that could give him his life back, but it will force him and his specialized team to venture deeper into the dreamscape than anyone has ever dared to go. To pull off the impossible, Cobb assembles a crew of specialists, each a master of their craft. There is Arthur, his point man and meticulous organizer, played with sharp precision by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Arthur is the pragmatist, the one who knows the rules of the dream world inside and out. Then there's Ariadne, the brilliant young architecture student brought to life by Elliot Page. As the architect, her job is to design the dream worlds, the multi-layered mazes of cities, hotels, and fortresses that will serve as the battlefield for their mental heist. She is the audience's surrogate, learning the rules alongside us and questioning the immense dangers of their mission. Rounding out the team is Eames, the forger, played with charismatic swagger by Tom Hardy. Eames can impersonate anyone within the dream, manipulating the target's projections to steer them toward the intended idea. And finally, there is Yusuf, the chemist, who formulates the powerful sedatives needed to stabilize a dream within a dream, creating a complex, shared subconscious state across 3 intricate levels. Together, they must navigate a treacherous mental landscape where the laws of physics are merely suggestions, and where the subject's subconscious mind will defend itself like an immune system, with projections trained to hunt and kill intruders. Their journey is a ticking clock, as time flows differently on each level of the dream. A minute in the real world could be an hour, a week, or even years in the deeper layers of the mind. But Cobb's greatest adversary isn't the target's trained subconscious, it's the projection of his deceased wife, Mal. A haunting specter of his own guilt, she appears at the most critical moments, a beautiful and deadly saboteur determined to pull him down into the infinite abyss of limbo, a shared dream space from which they once barely escaped. Cobb's personal demons become the team's greatest liability, turning a dangerous mission into a near-suicidal one. The characters in Inception are more than just heist archetypes. They are explorers on the final frontier of human consciousness, each wrestling with their own motivations, from redemption and wealth to pure intellectual curiosity. Their chemistry and desperation are what ground this fantastical story, making us believe in the unbelievable. Beyond the mind-bending plot and unforgettable characters lies a production story just as complex and innovative as the film itself. Here are 5 fascinating facts that reveal the sheer genius behind the making of Inception. First, the iconic zero-gravity hallway fight. While many would assume the scene where Arthur battles projections in a spinning hotel corridor was a product of computer-generated imagery, Christopher Nolan is a staunch advocate for practical effects. The entire sequence was filmed in a massive 100-foot-long rotating centrifuge, a custom-built set that could spin a full 360 degrees. Joseph Gordon-Levitt spent weeks training with the stunt crew to learn how to fight while navigating the constantly shifting gravity, resulting in one of the most memorable and physically authentic action sequences in modern cinema. Second, the secret hidden within Hans Zimmer's powerful score. The film's booming signature Bram sound has become legendary, but its origin is deeply tied to the movie's plot. The main theme is actually a drastically slowed down and manipulated version of the Edith Piaf song Non je ne regrette rien. In the film, this song is used as the kick, the musical cue that tells the dreamers it's time to wake up. By slowing it down, Zimmer mirrored how time expands in the deeper dream levels, embedding the film's central mechanic directly into its musical DNA. Third, the script was over a decade in the making. Christopher Nolan first pitched the idea for Inception to Warner Bros. Back in 2001, originally envisioning it as a horror film about dream stealers. However, he felt he lacked the experience with large-scale filmmaking to do the concept justice. He put the project on hold, going on to direct Batman Begins, The Prestige, and The Dark Knight. With the experience gained from those blockbusters, he returned to his passion project, rewriting it not as a horror film, but as the large-scale, emotionally resonant heist thriller we know today. Fourth, the meaning behind the characters' names. Nolan carefully chose names that reflect each character's role within the team. Dom Cobb's first name, Dom, is a root word for home and dominion, reflecting his desire to return home and his mastery over the dream world. Ariadne is named after the character from Greek mythology who helped Theseus navigate the labyrinth. Eames is a nod to Charles and Ray Eames, famous 20th century designers and architects. And the first letters of the main characters' names, Dom, Robert, Eames, Arthur, Mal, and Saito, can be rearranged to spell the word dreams. And our fifth fact, the truth about that famously ambiguous final shot. The spinning top at the end of the film has sparked endless debate. Does it fall, or does it keep spinning? Is Cobb still dreaming? Nolan has intentionally left it open to interpretation, but his own view is that the point is irrelevant. He has stated that the most important part of the scene is that Cobb isn't looking at the top anymore. He's looking at his children. He has accepted his reality, regardless of what it is, and has let go of the obsession. The final shot isn't a puzzle for the audience to solve, but a thematic statement about choosing your own reality. So, why does Inception continue to captivate us more than a decade after its release? Its legacy is cemented not just in its technical achievements, but in its profound impact on both filmmaking and popular culture. It championed the idea of the intelligent blockbuster, proving that audiences were hungry for complex, thought-provoking narratives wrapped in the spectacle of a summer event film. Its influence can be seen in countless movies and television shows that have since dared to play with non-linear timelines, unreliable narrators, and high-concept science fiction ideas. The very word Inception has entered our lexicon, now commonly used to describe the genesis of an idea. The film's visual language, from folding cityscapes to the physics-defying action, set a new benchmark for what was possible on screen, blending practical wizardry with seamless digital effects. But more importantly, Inception resonates because it taps into universal human experiences, the pain of loss, the longing for a second chance, and the seductive power of our own dreams. It encourages us to question our world and to consider that the most resilient parasite is not a bacteria or a virus, but a simple idea. Now, the dream is in your hands. We've journeyed through the plot, met the architects of the dream, and uncovered some of the secrets behind its creation. But every member of the team played a crucial role, from Cobb's tortured leadership to Ariadne's brilliant designs and Eames's deceptive charm. Which character do you think was the most indispensable to the mission's success? Or which of the fascinating facts about the film's production surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know who you would want on your team for an impossible heist, and let's continue the conversation about this unforgettable journey into the mind.